Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. Oh, it's been so amazing. Thank you so much. The views have been over the top. I am totally thrilled with the comments that I have been receiving. I am so humbled and so extremely happy at all of you and the way that you have been giving back the love that I've been giving to you so long. It's been almost 3 years. Almost 3 years, and we've come a long way. I want to thank each and every one of you for your emails, your love, your kind words, and I cannot stress that enough. I feel as though I've received my Christmas presents already. Seriously, I'm so happy. Thank you, thank you. I would like to say that today is the 15th of November, and as usual, I am running late. This is like, it's past the stage of being silly, and I know it's crazy. So, times have been crazy. You know, we've been through such hardship. This year has been really tough with Mars retrograding where it was for months, like it was, in a difficult spot. The energies just in general, and I'm not going to go into the astrology at the beginning of the readings. I will put a small section, the end part of the video will be the astrology part. For those of you that are interested, can stay on and watch the rest of the video. For those astrology lovers out there, I will speak a little bit about that, but not in the beginning of the video because there's a lot of people that want to watch the tarot. So, it's the 15th today, 15th of November 2018, and these readings are love in general for the mid-month to the end of the month, okay, of November. I am going to be doing the extended readings. Instead of uploading them on Vimeo, from now until Christmas, I will be uploading these videos on YouTube. Just so you know, this is me giving back to you. I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers. So thank you so much again. So there's going to be a part 1, part 2. The part 1 will be the divine spread. Okay, with the hidden messages, the divine messages, and the karma dharma messages. I will be taking one card from the Black Moon astrology cards, 1 or 2, all right, for each sign in the first part. And I'm also using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, which I have. It's a new deck, and I'm so happy to use it on these readings, okay, by Ciro Marchetti. Now, all the rest of the cards that I'm using, I will put the list in the description box below. So, in the second part, which is the free second part of your reading, which, as I said, would normally be on Vimeo, you're getting it for free. And before I forget, I would like to wish Sagittarius a happy birthday, even though we're still in the time of Scorpio for a few more days. Happy birthday if it is your birthday, and happy solar return. Happy birthday, dear Sagittarius. It's your turn. The sun is coming into your sign, and you are blessed by Jupiter, your ruler. So this is going to be a very special birthday for you. Again, thank you all for your love and your commitment to my channel. Okay, let's go on to the readings now. And please don't forget to share, to like, subscribe, and comment. That keeps my channel going, and it is very important. All right, so thank you again. Part 1, here we are. Hello Taurus, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here. I hope that you're all well. This is your divine spread for mid-month of November till end of November. Thank you for your patience. And I'm going to do a second reading, which will be the extended part of the reading. So if this reading resonates with you, I would suggest you go and watch the second video. You should get more information there. Now, Venus has gone direct. Venus is your ruler. So it's already gone direct. Mercury is actually retrograde. So let's hope that these readings don't give me trouble in uploading, because there is confusion when Mercury is retrograde. So that just happened like a couple of hours ago. Okay, so let's see what your Karma Dharma position is, dear Taurus, for mid till end of November, love in general. Taurus and their Karma Dharma, please, universe. And we've got the Magician, which is great. And this is Mercury. This is the trickster. So be careful with your communications. The Magician says that you have everything you need to manifest what it is you are seeking. Is it love? Is it business? Is it money? Is it family? Whatever you want is at the tips of your hands. It's at your disposal. It looks like it's lucky time with your ruler going direct, and also Jupiter has moved into Sag, so this is wonderful. The sun is still across the chart in Scorpio. Jupiter is the planet of the benefic. He brings in a lot of happiness and luck, and you know, it's right there at home in Sagittarius. So let's see for you what the divine spread wants to show, and I'm going to take a lot more cards for you in the second reading. So Taurus, what are you dealing with end of November? Okay, at the foundation you've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful. Some other sign had this. Was it Aries? Yes, Aries. So for those of you that are on the cusp with Aries, I would suggest you go and watch their reading. Let's see what's in the hidden position to you. And you have the Queen of Swords. So this is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Wands. And I'm using the Ciro Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine Tarot. In the present position, you have the Five of Swords. Okay, so there is some sort of a battle going on. You're battling it out with an air sign. Whatever it is, it's competition. An intellectual competition. Let's see what your goal is. We've got the Magician twice. Wow. You can do this. You can manifest whatever you want. In the advice and action to take is your card, the Hierophant. You need to draw up all your strength through religion. You need to be yourself. That's what I want to say. Let's see what the outcome is. And we've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a water sign, so it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could even be your energy at the end of the month. Let's see what the divine position holds. We've got the Four of Coins, which is a card that I'm not very fond of, unfortunately. I do call it the Taurus card. For me, this is what it speaks of. Because, why? Because Taurus works so hard. They work really hard, and they're very on top of, they try and stay on top of their finances. This is you working really hard. It's all about holding on tightly to something that is very important to you. Now, planetarily, and the Four of Coins, fours always speak of family. So I will come back to that. Let me take a Black Moon Astrology card for you. For Taurus, spirit guides and angels, extra information, please. More information, mid-November to end of November. For Taurus, please. And we have, dear Taurus, we've got the 4th house, which is roots, number 28, which adds up to a 10. And the 4th house is the house of Cancer. So Cancer can be the mother. Cancer can be family. It can be you wanting to be loved and nurtured just like the crab does. It wants to be loved and nurtured. It may have put on a brave front, but within it, inside of it, it's very sensitive. Cancerians are very sensitive, and that could be your moon or rising sign. We do have the King of Cups here, which would be Cancer. Now, more than likely Cancer. You may also be dealing with someone who is of a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Again, I would suggest that you look at you should watch your Venus if you are female, as well as your Mars. Where is your Mars in your chart? Watch that reading if you are a male, of course. Now, we've got the Magician twice, and the Magician is Mercury. So Mercury is the ruler of Gemini as well as Virgo. Now, we do have Earth here, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So your foundation may be in relation to money, or you are hoping to have a foundation to build your nest with a Virgo. Now, here we've got the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing also with another air sign, which is Gemini more than likely, Aquarius or Libra. I'm going to say Gemini, unless I get other cards further down. This is strong Gemini because of Mercury. Now, there is a lack of communication here. There is difficult communication. Why? We've got the 5 of Swords. Now, the 5 of Swords usually is an intellectual fight. It's all about disagreements, words that can be really cutting, really difficult to, to process. Thoughts also, because swords are our perception. So this could be you. Let's say you're up in your head and you're fearing the worst. You feel as though you need to win over someone or something or a situation with your intellect. Now, it's a very hard time to do that because Mercury is retrograde. Now, with the 5 of Swords, and 5s always are an imbalance, so they come in to bring change. You do have 2 5s. You've got the Faith card here, which is the Hierophant, your card, and this could be a restrictive marriage. Some of you may be having disagreements within a married a marriage, a committed partnership or relationship, because we do have like the Hierophant, which is restrictive energy. Yes, you have to do things by the book. As well as that, it's it's structures. It's similar to Saturnian energy, structures and going by the book, doing things the way they've been done traditionally, forever. This card also speaks of a community, let's say. So maybe you are restricted and not being able to move forward with what you feel strong about, what you feel passionate about, what inspires you. Now, family traditions can also be, we've got the 4th house roots. Family traditions can have you in a situation where you feel like you can't move freely. And I feel as though with the Magician twice here, I really feel as though you're going to lash out. You're really going to bring out those swords, bring out your differences. You're airing your differences. whoever is binding you and you feel restricted and not being able to move, you're going to talk about it. You're going to make magic happen. And, you know, with a magician, especially with air cards, air quality, archetypes, you know, I feel like it's a really good time to talk. If you have a problem expressing yourself, with the Queen of Swords, the energy of this says that you've got the strength to talk yourself out of a situation or into a situation, depending on what it is for you. Now, the Queen of Swords could be your partner. You could be partnered up with someone, as I said, could be a committed partnership, relationship. And this could be, you know, someone who is showing up in a different way towards you. Like, if this is your partner, then you're seeing a different side to them. Why do I say that? Because it is what is hidden to you. Now, in the second reading, of course, I'll be taking many more cards. And the Five of Swords, many times, you know, in the present positions, it speaks to me of competition. Now, if there is an intellectual competition, if you're in a position to have to prove yourself intellectually with your partner, I don't know. Like, swords are difficult. They really are. And air signs, and I did mention Gemini, can be quite tough. Now, you know, you get mud thrown on you, you're going to throw the mud back. I don't think that you're holding back. At the present position, here are the swords. They're out. Now, usually in the Rider-Waite Tarot, we've got 3 people here. So could this be a love triangle? Could it be that you're in a group of, there's 3 of you, and there's a difference in opinions, and there's a competition here. Nevertheless, as I said, this could be a card of perception, and you feel like this is really tough on you. This is hard stuff. You may even be battling with yourself and your thoughts, your perceptions on whether to move forward and make the magic and manifest something very stable, because this is at your foundation. So this could be a business, this could be a new home, this could be a new relationship, you know, this could be anything to do with money. And I see with the 4 of Coins here, obviously, 4 speak of family, the family money, the family home. One person looks as though they're stingy, they're holding back, and not only with their money, but with their feelings. Obviously, they go together. If someone is closed off to you emotionally, they will not be sharing their resources with you. Isn't that right? And there is a lot of green here. And of course, in the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, Earth shows up as green. So green is the card of hope. It's also the card, green is the color of growth. As well as that, I really feel that with this card here, and I think that for more than likely, this is you, dear Taurus, and this is the person that you are dealing with. Now, as I said, usually there's 3 people here, but in this deck, there's only 1 person. So it feels as though you are fighting on your own, you are doing battle on your own, and again, as I said, you're battling with your logic and with your heart. Now, could you be closing the door on an air sign, a Gemini, and opening the door on a water sign? And I did say here that because we've got, I said water or earth. Now, earth could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Water, of course, is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Now, we could be talking about 2 water signs. You may have your moon in Cancer, because we've got the 4th house roots there, which is the house of Cancer. And, of course, you do have Earth, you are Taurus. But your partner may be Earth with another water sign, right? Scorpio or Pisces. Here we've got the Ace of Wands. And as I said, this is like a new beginning. Aces always start something new. Now, Mars has just moved into Pisces. So Mars doesn't feel that strong in Pisces, but Mars is the warrior. He's going to push through. He's very, like Mars is passion. It's the soldier, right? It's the soldier. And Mars is at 0 degrees. It's just 0 degrees and 44 minutes of Pisces. Now, it's not easy being in Pisces because it's really dark and mysterious there. And Mars likes to be in Aries. So on the 31st of December, we will be getting our mojo back, our strength back, our fire back. It's as though the fire's been put out. Mars is the fire, but Pisces is water, so the fire's been put out. But I feel as though, and these cards look so similar to me, I feel that that fire within you is still burning. It is still burning. And fire can lead to destruction. It can lead to, you know, coming out with your more sexual side, your more passionate, inspirational. And I feel as though, I'm going to say something, you're going to laugh. I was going to say, and I'm going to say it, that you're on heat. Some of you are on heat. And you've just got a burning fire within you. That's what's coming out of this. And you're going to fight to the end. You're going for what rings your bell. And here in the outcome with the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is someone who's very emotional, very in tune with their heart. I call this the King of Hearts. So I see passion and I see love as well, if this is your energy. If you're dealing with, as I said, if this is your partner, right, so Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer, they've got a very open heart. They're in it for the love. They're in it for the love. And because we've got, you know, they may have strong fire within their chart as well. Now, as I said, this is holding on to your money, your finances, and what is important to you, what you value. Now, let's not forget, Uranus was in your sign. It's moved out. It's retrograded back to Aries. It's at 29 degrees and 37 of Aries. So that's where the fire is, right? So you're feeling a bit more fiery right now. It's as though you are becoming the rebel, you are becoming the warrior. We all are. But because, you know, I feel as though it's strong for you because Uranus was in your sign. Now, I'm going to extend this reading, obviously. Part 2 is going to be very interesting. Now, business is looking pretty good. You've got the manifestation cards. You've got the foundation of this big fat Ace of Pentacles. You've got two aces. So if this is your own business, you're onto something. You're onto something very cool. And your belief, because this does speaks of our beliefs, your belief is going to get you through. It's going to, like, trust in your capabilities, trust in your higher self. And I'm telling you this, if you need to do something that is not traditional, if you're crossing the line of tradition within your family, your home and your roots and your parents, use your faith to get you through. Your faith and your intellect, of course. And as I said, if you are dealing with this Queen of Swords, she may not be doing things by the book. And that's why you are arguing and, you know, having disagreements. So she may have overstepped the boundaries in relation to traditions. This can go either way, guys. So really, really interesting. Okay. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I do appreciate it so much, and for sharing. And I'm so looking forward to continuing your reading. I'm going to take some Lenormand, some Sibyllers, and a lot more tarot. So thank you, dear Taurus. Talk to you soon. For those of you who want to stay on for the astrology part of the reading, don't press stop on the video, okay? Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, for you astrology lovers, a little bit on that. Okay, so November 15th, we've actually got Mars that enters into Pisces. Wow. Interesting, eh? After so long that Mars has been in Aquarius, like, I don't know, for 4 or 5 months. And that's incredible. Finally, the Martian, which is full of fire and passion and, you know, the driving force. It's our force. It's our will. It's our energy. It actually moves into Pisces, Mars does, which Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? So Aries, Mars is nearly at home. When it moves into Aries, it will be in its home sign. So Mars has been through a lot of difficulty through Aquarius because it went through, you know, it was on the South Node. It went through difficult squares with Uranus. It was at a very, very difficult time in its transit. And it's happy because it's happier than being in Aquarius because, you know, Aquarius is an air sign. So fire and air do mean explosion, you know. Look at the worldly news. Look at what's happened in the past 4 or 5 months. Look at your own personal life. Like on the collective front, it's been really hard for people. As well as that, you know, on our own lives, in our own lives, it's been like really, really tough. It's like there's been a lot of trouble, a lot of changes happening. People have had like one day good, the next day it's like downhill. I see it in, you know, people that are around me in their lives. Same with me. I mean, we're all going through the same energies. So Mars, as I said, moving into Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, so Mars slows down there. It's like putting something that's on fire, let's say a torch, put it in water. It's like putting out the fire. It's difficult to move through because Pisces is murky. It's like watery, it's unclear. It's very loving. Of course, Pisces has got a lot of love to give. It's the divine love. But Mars being there, it's like its energy is slowed down. It's like taking a break. It's as though it's taken drugs. Mars has taken drugs. It's drugged out and it's like going with the flow. It's lost its energy though. Think about it. What else? Okay. Let's see what's next. We've got Venus direct on the 16th of November. Don't forget, she's still in her shadow period. Even though it's all systems go, she's actually moving over the degrees. She's at 25 degrees, right? When she goes direct. She's at 25 degrees and she's still in Libra, which is her own home. So she's very happy there. She's very happy to move direct too. So from 25 degrees, she will be slowly and not not long to go before she moves into, sorry, into Scorpio, and that will be in 2.5 weeks. So yeah, once she gets to the 10 degrees of Scorpio, that will be when her shadow period ends. So it is all systems go, but she's still sort of it's as though she's working on the last details of, we're working on the last details of what we perceive as, something that is adorable, beautiful, something that we love, anything that is of value to us, anything to do with love and money, and our value system. So very positive that she's moving direct. It's great. And being in Libra, it's the house of partnership. So we are still talking about finding our balance. We're hoping to find our balance. We're going to be able to be, just like Libra, trying to find the balance and being there for others, because Libra is other people. It's the house of partnership, right? Whether it's family, business, or romance. Now, on the same day, like tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde. So it's like Venus finishes, Mercury begins. So we're not at the end of the retrograde season. Now, Mercury is not such a tragic retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde 3 or 4 times every year. It's just that Mercury deals with communications, right? Anything to do with communicating, third house matters, which is siblings, neighbors, friends, being in a small group, anything to do with study as well. So anything electronic, anything that is driven, anything that you sit in and you drive it, be careful. There may be breakdowns. Be careful with looking at the details. You need to look over details again and again with Mercury retrograde, because if you are, let's say, traveling, you've got, your flight, your itinerary, look over the details, because there is a big chance that there is some sort of a mistake. There could be delays, there could be cancellations, what have you. Now, Mercury is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is it's the house of higher education. Mercury is ruled by the house opposite Sag, which is Gemini, right? So little Mercury being in huge Gemini, because in huge Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, is grand. It's big. It's enormous, So little Mercury in there moving retrograde is going to be going through some difficult aspects with Neptune at the moment. Actually, in the next week, we've got a difficult square between Mercury and Neptune, and that speaks of confusion. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful with being confused. Neptune is in Pisces. It's very strong, even though it's retrograde. And we're wearing rose-colored glasses. I already feel the confusion the past couple of days. So the next week, still the same. Be careful with your details. Be careful with communications and not misunderstanding. And try and stay alert. Keep that left brain working. Do not go into disillusion and illusions with Neptune in Pisces. Can happen. Now, on the 22nd of November, the sun will enter Sagittarius. What a beautiful time. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, right? Happy, happy birthday. I was so happy to give you the best reading in the whole world. So happy to do that for you. So, the sun in Sagittarius, there's a lot of optimism. My God. There is a lot of clarity. What is the sun? The sun is the ruler of Leo. It's, as I said before, it's grand. And when the sun meets up with Jupiter, which won't be long, let me see. Okay, so in 1.6 weeks, so in about 10 days, the Sun is conjunct Jupiter in Sagittarius. My God, wishes coming true. Anything to do with Sagittarius, which is foreign places, foreign cultures, higher education, spirituality, truth, freedom, exploration, exploring, going on that adventure. It's a time to go on an adventure. It's a time to travel. Now, with Mercury retrograde, know that it only lasts for about 3 weeks. So it does not take long. It's actually like 3 weeks, but then it will be in shadow just for a bit. Let's say I will tell you when it will be going direct. So in 3 weeks, which will be December the 7th, Mercury will be going direct. Yeah. So things will be back to normal. And that's fantastic. So communications, everything will come back to normal. Venus will be out of its shadow by then. It will be in Scorpio. So still deep Scorpio, hidden stuff. But that is still death and transformation, but in a very positive way because Venus will be direct. So anything to do with intimacy as well. Very, Scorpios rules the sexual organs. This is like sex on fire. Sex on leg, how do we say it? Sex on legs, yeah. So now, 23rd of November, which is, 23rd is like 11. If you break it down, it's a number 11. Again, it's in the 11th month of the 11th year. So I'm saying that the full moon in Gemini, at the beginning of Gemini, is going to be amazing. Now, Gemini is all about, it's ruled by Mercury. Gemini is an air sign, so it's all about our intellect. It's all about communication, writing, reading, studying, siblings, neighbors, education, as well as short-distance travel. Full moon is a completion, right? It's clarity. It's like an illumination. So with completions come new beginnings, correct? So it's at 0 degrees and 52 of Gemini, which is, it's actually on the cusp with Taurus. Now, the last full moon was in Taurus. Taurus is all about our values, what is near and dear to us, what we value, it's all about the comforts in our life. Taurus is it's earth. So it's all about putting in that hard work because it's the house of earned income. So working hard towards things that make you feel comfortable, right? So being right on the cusp of Taurus Gemini, it's all about the things that I just mentioned, like, anything to do with communication, also publicity, like publishing a book, anything that's been written. I think that people are going to look at this time as very important because, as I said, Gemini is logic. Gemini is the left brain. It's a very intellectual sign. So our intellect will be very, very important at this time. And anything that deals with that left brain, logic, anything to do with logic. All right, 24th of November, Neptune goes direct. So we've got so many things happening. Neptune direct, those rose-colored glasses are coming off. Neptune is in Pisces. It's at 13 degrees, almost 14 degrees of Pisces. So moving direct, Pisces is the divine love. Pisces is the completion of a cycle. It's the last sign of the zodiac. Now, Pisces is also a water sign. So, as I said, with Neptune moving direct, even though Pisces is also, it's a very dark house. It's the occult. It's things that are hidden. The positive thing with Neptune moving direct is that those glasses will come off. We will be able to see through the veil. So anything that has been disillusioning for you, if you've been stuck in an illusion, if you've been drugging yourself out because the energies have been so difficult, it's actually time to cut down on those drugs, see things clearly, right? And just go with the flow, because Pisces is it's, as I said, it's the divine love. It's giving everything to the world. And I think that it is time for, with Neptune moving direct, and in its own home sign, we've got Jupiter direct in its home sign. We've got Venus at that stage, obviously direct in its home sign still. This is like incredible. It really is. Now, the moon, while I'm doing this, is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. The moon is our emotions. So not being so emotional, I would say, because Aquarius is like, you know, they break down, they rebel against things that don't work for them, right? So with the moon moving through Aquarius, it's like detaching from our emotions. It's like using, again, our intellect, because all air signs are intellectual, more than what our heart space is. So it's detaching from anything that is difficult emotionally. Now, the moon is also home. It's our mother as well. So this is like detaching, like cutting that umbilical cord, I would say, and breaking free from anything that has been tying you, holding you hostage to some sort of an obligation. Could be a family obligation, could be anything to do with home, your roots, anything like that. So what have I not mentioned? So I can finish the astrology part of this reading. Okay, well, Pluto is direct in Capricorn at 19 degrees. Saturn is at 6 degrees. It's starting to get closer and closer to Pluto. Saturn, of course, is very strong. Yeah, I didn't mention that. Saturn is in its own home sign of Capricorn, very, very strong. And with the nodes having shifted into Cancer, Capricorn, Cancer is the North Node, South Node is in Capricorn. It's a very Capricornian time for the next year and a half. Now, Cancer is the home, the family, the roots, the mother. Capricorn is our status in the world. It's being the authority. It's putting in that hard work, standing strong, becoming the elder. So that's the axis we will be working through. This is our soul's purpose for the next 18 months. Anything to do with career, which is Capricorn, and home, which is Cancer. So I think I will leave it at that. When I have time, I will upload more astrology on Vimeo. I will let you know about it. I'm really struggling with time at the moment. The only thing that I did not mention is that the sun is still at 22 degrees of Scorpio. It's finishing up its cycle in Scorpio, and it will be moving into Sag, right, very soon, as well as Chiron at 28 degrees of Pisces. It's still in its retrograde mode. So Chiron is the wounded healer. It's going back, trying to find a way to heal and end a chapter of anything to do with past life wounds, childhood wounds, and Chiron being the wounded healer. Some of us are licking our wounds, trying to heal them, and in the process we are becoming the healers. Now, when Chiron moves back into Aries, this is a sign of the initiation. This is a brand new sign, a brand new cycle. And so we will be instigating healing, okay, healing through crisis, healing and becoming the warrior, pushing the energies through to bring on that healing or to become that healer. Did I mention Uranus at 29 degrees of Aries? Again, very explosive. Okay, very, very explosive. Now, one last thing that I wanted to say was that Mars, which will be moving into Pisces, Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? And Uranus being in Aries, it's like Uranus rules Aquarius. So it's funny, you know, having Mars in Aquarius at the last degrees. It's like, it's as though they've swapped positions. So instead of Mars being where Uranus is where Mars would be, and so on and so forth. So this is a very interesting time because there is a sextile between the two, all right? And this is very interesting because it's very important when this happens. All right, so I think I will leave you at that. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Sending you many wishes and many blessings. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye.